I don't think this is the time to be scared like everybody else is, guys. This is the time you go start shopping and finding coins in the crypto community, the cryptoverse, that are making bottoms. Okay, guys? I'm telling you, that's what you want to be doing right now. I'm not saying don't short. The shorting opportunities are still there, and there's probably some more downside, but you don't want to be taken off guard because it's going to go down. Now on my screen right there, I have a Fearless wallet. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to be going over a coin called Kusama, which I think you want to pay attention to. You see Fearless wallet here. Here's Kusama, and it's got the bird. I like Kusama's logo. For some reason, I just like that bird sitting there like that. Doesn't that look cool? Anyhow, I digress a little bit. So you could actually take your Kusama and you put it over there. You could stake it for 20%, or if you buy it on Kraken, you get your Kusama and you get 18%. They raised it up. It was 12, now it's 18. Good deal. Not a bad deal. It's not the greatest, but hey, you know, it's better than nothing. I just let you guys know that. But here's a coin, Kusama, that you want to pay attention to. Okay, it's got some good signals going on here. Now, guys, I'm not saying it couldn't swing back up and come down a little bit more, but I'm gonna make a case that Kusama has either found a bottom or it has a very significant bottom, and I don't think it's going to go much lower than what it's already has. Okay, I'm going to clean this up a little bit. You guys can see that that's a 1-2, so I'm going to clean this up a little bit. We don't need that anymore, and some of this stuff. So the first thing is this nice candle right here. You know, that capitulation candle, that looks good on Kusama on the daily. Okay, a nice, it's not super bullish, but a little bit of a bullish wick down at the bottom right there. That looks good, real good. And here's the RSI. Look at that. This is the whole history of Kusama. Look at that RSI. Something very significant right down there. This thing even came back down below 19. Every time I checked it, I was checking, it was like 24, 23, and then boom, it came down there. So that looks really good too for Kusama. Now, I'm going to clean this up a little bit too. Clean these up a little bit. Clean that up a little bit. And it has a nice structure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So probably a nice W, X, Y, a nice 3-wave move down into its correction. So now let's see, what did Kusama correct on a fib retracement on and off log? There's its 5th wave, end of its 5th wave, 382, not deep off log. Let's check it. You see that, guys? Right there. It just barely missed 90%. What was that low? 61.57. Okay. This coin went to on a corrective move. You see this move right here? That's a corrective move, actually up right here. Okay. And Kusama on a corrective move went from 151 all the way up to 528. So just to let you guys know, when Kusama moves, as you can tell, it moves. So let's take a deeper dive into that and see what we got going on. Doesn't have a great reaction off the bottom. Now I'm going to be straight up, full disclosure. I nibbled a little bit on Kusama at $65, $66, just a little bit, because I said, hey, you know what? I think it's a significant low, and there's a possibility it can go up quite a bit. It could swing back lower. You have to realize that too. But I do think that this is a possible significant bottom for Kusama. You want to be aware of. I'm going to go over Bitcoin on the CME futures right here on the, let me go to the 8-hour chart. There is a possibility that you see this area that I have right here. That's the CME gap. So Bitcoin could be coming up to close that gap and make this up here in this ending diagonal, and it could come back and swing back down this 21 75. So if it does that and it swings back down here, and possibly complete the correction. Now, the reason I have that is that off log, this 2190 is about the 0.382 arithmetic scale of Bitcoin for a fourth wave. And that's really where they like to go, that 382. They like to stay right above it or right at it, or in that area, I should say. And it go up clean, and then they'll come back down, and that's going to take Kusama with it. But the thing is, with Kusama, what I think will happen is that it's going to go up. If Bitcoin goes up to 34 or 35, Kusama can make its way back up to 100. And yeah, it'll be dragged back down again. And more than likely with Kusama, you see, it's looking like maybe a move. It could make a decent move up like this, you know, maybe something like this. Okay. It's just not going to be very strong. Back up to, say, you know, 90 plus, and then it'll be dragged back down again, maybe like that, into that area. Come test those lows, okay? And if it stays above this, stays above the lows down here, the low right here, 61. This will be a coin you're going to want to be in my opinion. This is a coin. Kusama is going into a third wave. Okay. Now, there's going to be a lot of people, they're going to ask some questions. Well, what about the supply? Excess supply is coming out. I think one, supply is coming out. I have to double check it with Kusama. But I think it does have limited supply with it too. I think. Let me double check some of that and research it a little bit, or maybe somebody can make a comment below. But all the signs for Kusama are starting to look pretty good for a significant bottom, and it might maintain that 61, and then it's going to go into a third wave. I have a target right there at, let's see, about 800 bucks. And, you know, let's say you're late to the party, you know, you're 8X right there, guys. So possibly, but all the signals are looking good. You check the MACD, you know, and it's still going down. Most people tell you, oh, hey, you know, don't buy this coin. It's bearish. It's bearish. And you're looking at their MACD. Well, guess what? This thing's going to come around, and it's going to come back down, and it's going to swing around. You're just getting early to the party. You're going to get early to the party, okay, on Kusama with risk mitigation, okay, with risk mitigation. What I mean by that is that you can enter in on a correction like I did right here. I entered in right here, and I got to stop, you know, at break 61, then I'm out. Something else is going on, okay? That's what you do. You just protect, and you have risk mitigation strategies. So you don't have to concern yourself with that. So Kusama could come up. If it stays above that low, you're never out. And then you just wait for Kusama, and it takes off and starts making its way up over $400, $500. You know, a coin like this, guys, man, look, this coin, once Bitcoin and Ethereum go bullish again, this coin is going to go from 64 bucks past this high again of 561. It's your 10X right there. To me, I'm looking at it like it's like a no-brainer. Now, of course, you want to pay attention to Kusama and make sure there's nothing going on with it. But you know, one good thing about Polkadot's ecosystem and Kusama is they are huge. They're a huge ecosystem. I know not a lot's going on it, but they're huge on security. So out of the Polkadot ecosystem, DOT is the safest. And then you have Kusama, which is like the little problem child brother of DOT. You know, Bitcoin's the daddy, Ethereum's the mommy, and then the little daughter or sister is Polkadot, and then the problem child is Kusama. This can just start taking off quick. So, all right, guys, that's the end of my video. Thanks for watching. Peace.